Hey guys, today I am going to be doing a really fresh and summer bronze look. Today I'm starting out bare face. I am just going to focus a lot on the skin. Eye look is going to be really simple and just easy. I mean, I guess that's basically it. Just get into the video now. So I'm already primed and prepped, moisturized, of course. Skincare is so important for the summer, and I use a mattifying moisturizer just because my skin can get really oily. First, I'm going to be starting out with a foundation that has no oil, so my face doesn't really get too oily and it doesn't. I personally don't like that look. But anyway, this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which is definitely one of my favorites, and I'm taking the shade Pearl. Now I'm just pumping this on the back of my hand. A lot of people don't like getting foundation there, but I just wipe it off when I'm done. It's not a big deal. So I'm just going to be dotting this all over my face, and make sure your hands are clean when you're doing this, just because you don't want to get bacteria on your face. When I do that, I break out really bad. It may seem like I'm putting a lot of foundation on, but it kind of blends into my face really well, so it doesn't really look like it once you're done blending it. So now I'm taking the sponge. This is from Ricky's, and Ricky's is a store in New York City. I do not believe they have it anywhere else, but they do have a website online, and I have to say, this is as good as a beauty blender. This looks like the Real Techniques one, but look, it's like so bouncy and everything, so I would say this is like $4 or $5. This is so much better. I'm telling you, this is just as good as a beauty blender, and it's so cheap. I've been using this non-stop, and it just blends my foundation so well. You know, I've been through my fair share of beauty blenders, trust me. I just don't really think that it's worth it to buy like a $20 sponge opposed to this blending really well. And this foundation is a little bit harder to blend. I've noticed that through using a beauty blender as well as this one. I think it's just because it's really thick, and I know thickness for a foundation isn't good for the summer, but I really wanted to use a full coverage one. When I used my foundation, I wanted to cover up all my acne scars and stuff instead of having to go on top of them with concealer, because I feel like concealer kind of cakes up a lot of the time, and I don't like that look on my face and stuff. This may seem a little bit light for me because this is in fact my winter shade. I do need to get this in my summer shade, but what I do is I do go back in and even it out so it looks more my skin tone, because I did get a tan. I've been going to the beach a lot. I'm going to Florida in like a week, so I'll be really tan this summer, and I'm so excited because I love that bronzy look. It's just my favorite thing. I do my makeup in a really weird order. You're gonna think this is really weird, but I do my eyebrows right after I do my foundation, and that's only because I like it when I'm able to use concealer all at once, so then I carve out my eyebrows with concealer. And for me, I don't think that concealer cakes up under my eyebrows for some reason. I use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade just because people tell me they like me with defined eyebrows rather than using like a pencil. I use this in the shade Blonde because I don't know if you can tell my other videos, but I dyed my hair blonde a couple months ago. I use this a Maybelline New York brush, and it's so good. Like, you don't have to get the brush that comes with Anastasia that's like 20 bucks. And I use my finger to kind of make the tail fade out because I really like that look. So now I'm just using this Anastasia tinted brow gel, and I'm so out of this and it's pretty much not working. Sometimes I use hairspray and spray it on a spoolie to use it, but I ran out of hairspray too, so it's just like there's sand all over my floor. Like, I literally don't clean up after the beach, and it's pretty gross. Now I'm using this Makeup Forever Full Coverage Concealer. I love this, and it's waterproof, so if you're sweating, it does not come off. This has amazing stay quality. It does not crease under my eyes, and I do it to cover up some of my blemishes a little bit, and it just works so perfectly. I just do little streaks under my eyes, and I put it on the back of my hand again because this doesn't really have a wand. So then I use like leftover concealer that was on my finger, and I just dot it on places that didn't get covered up by the foundation. Now I'm taking my sponge again, and I'm just going to be blending this. And when I do concealer, I like blending it over the eye too, because that just automatically primes your eyes. I don't really use a primer on my eyes, and we're not doing eyeshadow today regardless, so I don't know why okay. So I think this kind of just makes you look more awake. Once we even it out with putting on face stuff, it'll look better. Now I am going to carve out my eyebrows. I need to put a little bit more concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be taking this Wet n Wild brush, and this is a concealer brush, and I use this a lot just to take a little bit. You don't want too much concealer because then it's gonna be really difficult, but I just carve. I'm sorry if I keep looking over there and it's annoying you and I'm not looking in the camera, the lens. It's just I have a mirror and it's yeah. And if you want to carve out the tail more, concealer is really good for that. Then I just blend it out with my finger. You can see it just gives like a much sharper brow. And if you don't like this look, then you really don't have to carve out your eyebrows and you just like natural brows, and you can use a pencil, but this is personally how I do my eyebrows. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna go in with some cream contour, and I really like cream contouring because it looks more natural. We are gonna go in with bronzer, but this is more of a contouring aspect, if you know what I mean. So I take this Artiste brush dupe. I did a review on this like a long time ago around Christmas, but I guess I'll link it. For some reason, my right side contour is always like on point, like great, and my left side is just so difficult. Like, I don't know. This is my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and I like doing this just to add that extra glow. So I do 3 dots, nothing too crazy, and then I just blend it out with my sponge again. Sand everywhere, I cannot. So now I'm taking the Stila powder. This is, okay, the label is off and it's not okay. This is just a pressed powder in my shade, and I love it so much. It absolutely mattifies your face if you're going for that look. I just like, it sets my face so well. It actually keeps my foundation up to par all day. Fun part, and the whole idea of this look, which is the bronzing. So I'm gonna use an all-time favorite because I'm pretty sure everyone has this bronzer and it's just so good. Bronzer by Benefit. They did make a lighter one, so if you're really pale, I would recommend you get that one, but I'm pretty tan, so I'm going to be taking a small angled contour brush and just swiping this all around my face. Not contouring, so of course I'm gonna use a bigger blush brush to blend this out. Just putting some bronzer on my nose too, because it's not really gonna contour my nose that much as to more of just even out. So now I'm taking this cute little NARS blush in the shade Gulu. What? I'd be tapping into here and just patting off the excess, just swiping this. Helps to put it on the apples of your cheeks. So now I'm taking this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I'm trying to look for, oh, this is a Moonstone. This is my favorite highlighter, to be honest with you. So now I'm just going to be dipping my highlighting brush into this, tapping off the excess, and just patting this along my face. So I like being really glowy for the summer. For the eyes, this is the most simple thing you can do. It's so easy. Liner is not easy, but in terms of simplicity, for something that if you are in a rush, I did want to focus more on the face and do something really simple for the eyes. I am going to be using something. I'm going to take the bronzer we used, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just define my crease a little bit because I want to add a little bit of dimension. Sometimes when I do winged eyeliner and don't do this, it like looks kind of weird. First, actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to be using this finishing spray by GOV. Probably never heard of this brand, but I really like this. It does help my makeup. So now I'm going to be taking this Sephora eyeliner. I use this all the time just because I like the way the brush is. I don't really like felt tips. I used to have the Kat Von D eyeliner and I love that so much. Like, it gave me a good shape to my eyeliner, but to be honest with you, it dried out. I'm just saying, I'm trying to do this on camera. If I cover myself up with my mirror, please don't get mad at me. It's just really hard to do winged eyeliner on camera. I know so many YouTubers that actually struggle with this too. So now I'm going to be taking my favorite mascara, honestly. I just keep going back to it and buying it again. The Maybelline New York Colossal Spider Effect Lashes. If you don't like the spider effect, the Maybelline, is it Rocket? Yeah, Rocket mascara is really good too. So now I just curl my eyelashes. I'm pretty sure this is like an e.l.f. eyelash curl. Okay, I was like looking for my mascara and it's literally on my lap. Okay. Alright, so that is basically it for today's look. I hope that you got something from this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. This is so simple and easy, but I think it looks great for summer or any occasion that you would like to go to. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you guys in another video.